Hey, what's up everybody? This is Damron playing Splinter Cell Blacklist. We're doing Perfectionist difficulty, no kill option engaged, which is to beat the game. We're going to do it on the hardest difficulty without killing anyone as Sam Fisher. So we're going to jump right into the first mission, which is the prologue, and during that we're going to talk about a few things. And the first thing is you want to play a little bit and unlock some money so you can upgrade your equipment so you have a high stealth rating. You see, you have the max stealth rating. Armor doesn't matter because we're not going to get into firefights. Your special weapon, you definitely want the crossbow with the sleeping gas. That's going to be critical on a few of the missions going forward. Now, the first mission is a prologue mission, Blacklist 0. Very easy. The only part that could give you trouble is the very end, but we're going to use this mission to talk about a few things that I won't mention in videos going forward. I'll just refer to this video if you want to hear some general tips and things for this playthrough. So again, we want to have our equipment upgraded. So one, you're going to have that high stealth rating, but you're also going to be able to carry more equipment into each level, right? We want the tri-rotor, we want the sleeping gas, we want the EMP, we want the noise maker, we want all that stuff to be able to utilize different equipment in different scenarios. Now, I will mention that this game is a little older, but I felt like when I was playing through it, you know, a lot of the guides that are out there are very dark and have some outdated gameplay. I have some newer strategies to get you through missions faster, more efficiently. But give credit where credit is due. Maka has a great guide up, and I use some of his tactics in certain areas. So he has a great guide up. It is a little old, and some of the gameplay is just a little dark. And I just played through this now, so I thought I'd make a guide. So let's talk about a few things in this playthrough that are going to kind of carry over to all the levels. And again, I'm not going to repeat this in each playthrough. In the next parts, we're just going to jump right into it. But the first thing is that you want to make sure you're set to non-lethal, okay? Never whip out your guns, right? You can't use your guns or can't kill anyone. But also in your hand-to-hand combat, which it's going to show you right up here, you have the option for lethal and non-lethal takedowns. And make sure you have non-lethal selected. And the thing that I want to say is sometimes when you restart a checkpoint, it will actually flip you back to lethal. So every time you restart a checkpoint or anytime you die, be sure you check and make sure that you are set up for non-lethal. And another thing that I'll say is if you mess up in an area, just go ahead and restart the checkpoint. I'll show you that just here in a second. You know, like, I mean, I'm not going to kill anybody, but you just restart a checkpoint and you pick up from where you left off, and everything you did after that checkpoint no longer counts. So it's okay if you accidentally do a lethal takedown or something. You know, you take down these guys and you're like, oops, I killed the guy. Just restart the checkpoint and go on from there. Now, another thing that you're going to want to do, which teaches you here, is cover to cover. Cover to cover is very critical in this playthrough because often, if you just run up to a cover, you have a higher likelihood of being spotted. But if you utilize the cover to cover mechanic, most of the time you won't get spotted. And if you notice the light on the back of Sam Fisher's back, it's green when you are in the dark and you cannot be seen. If you're in the light, then that light on your back will not be showing, as you can see now, which means if I am in the sight of an enemy, they would be able to spot me. But if your green light is on, even if you were in the sight of an enemy, they wouldn't be able to see you because you are in the light. Now, in the end of this prologue, just take the exact path that I'm showing you here. Follow this guy that's walking behind. These guys on the left that are shooting over the fence, they won't turn around and look at you. So just follow this exact path. This is pretty easy. But really wanted to utilize the prologue just to talk about a few of the strategies and everything that we're going to use going forward. Again, I'm not going to mention this in every video. Going forward on the parts, we're immediately going to jump into the mission and we're just going to go and plow through this. I'm getting through the levels pretty quickly, okay? So I'm going to show you some pretty fast strats using the equipment that I have and the setup that I'm using. Now, when you get to the end of this prologue here, when you go around this like gas tank, this propane tank, you probably get spotted, but that's okay. You can actually sprint right here if you want to. As soon as you get around the edge of this guardrail, you'll trigger the cutscene and end the level. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. Let's get right into it. Hopefully we'll see you in part 2 of our Perfectionist no kill option engaged playthrough of Splinter Cell Blacklist.